Good day, artists. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start talking about heads. This tutorial today, or this little talk right now, is going to be just about the head, not necessarily the face and that kind of stuff. That's another video, but I just want to talk to you a little bit about the head, and I'm going to take a little bit of time doing this. So we're going to talk about the front of the head, and then we're going to talk about the side of the head. And then, later on we'll talk about turning that head and all that kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of things that have to happen with that. So the head. The head, if you're looking at a head from the front, a lot of times what I see artists do, these are professional artists, they do a circle. And they start with a circle. This will be the top of the head. And then they have to do the extra jaw and the face bit below. And so they often start off with a circle. That's a really handy way. That's a really great way for you to start. So what you can do from that point on is you can then decide how long you want the face to be, where the jaw should go, whether you want to have a square jaw, right? Just like this. The jaw can say a lot about the shape of the head. Because what you can do here is I'm going to do another circle, but I'm going to change the jaw. If I make the jaw a little more smooth, right, and a little shallower, I start to get a little bit more of a wider face. So that's something that you want to always keep in mind. Think of the circle, but then think about how that jaw, in actuality, it's going to be the face that's going to be coming off of that. So if you want to do someone who's got quite a long face, you start with your circle, and they have their long face, but fairly pointed chin. You know how I've got three different shapes here. If you want to go for like a really really childish looking face, make that jaw really small. And then you got this big round, it's more round, okay? Here's a little bit more squared off this jaw, right? So we got the person's face here. I'm just gonna put in their little parts in here, and this is a little different here because it's a little bit more of a child face so that their head's a little bit bigger. And then we have a more rounded face, okay? So this line just basically represents where the eyes go. The side of the head is not a circle. I know a lot of people would think that it's a circle, but if you really look at it, it's actually more of an oval. It's an oval shape. And it's really important for you to think about these things. Think about the bigger shapes before you really start worrying about the eyes and the mouth and the nose and all those kind of things. Okay, a couple of things about drawing from the side. I'm going to take this and cut this basically in half. So what's going to happen is that this is going to look a little bit like a skull, and we do have skulls in our heads, and that's what makes the shape of our head. And I'm going to just sort of come out a little bit I'm going to have the forehead come. It's getting a little dark here now, but I'm going to have the forehead come and then come out like this. And then I'm going to have the jaw come up to that halfway line. All right, that's important. There's a big bunch of brain back here that needs to fit in that head. And actually, in case I may as well talk about the neck at the same time. A lot of times people think that the neck is right here, but we've got a big long jaw that juts out. So we want to actually start the neck back here, closer to the midpoint line here. All right, and then we also have our eyes. Our eyes go here somewhere. All right. Okay, so again, you want to start with an oval, not a circle. And you're going to find that halfway mark. And I'm going to actually make this a smaller jaw this time. Okay, and There we have, that forehead's really big. Flatten that forehead out a little bit. And that is essentially basically what we're doing here is we're doing a skull, right? So you're going to know that the ear actually comes, so if you see the jawline actually notes where the ear is, all right? Ear goes here behind this midline. Okay, and notice that the jaw comes to the ear. Right, you can even feel that on your own if you just sort of feel where your jawbone goes. It goes right to the base of your ear, right where your earlobe is. So that's an important thing. Okay, so that's just my little quick tutorial on getting the right shape of the head. I'm going to work on faces next. Later.